Hello treasures, Holly here with you, back for day number 5 of the 5 Days of Easter collaboration with CaraBrandonCreations and DearJulieJulie. So today is our final day of digital goodness. Today's our last day of pages to use. It's not the last video. Don't miss out on next week's video, because on Wednesday the 13th of April we'll have the wrap-up video and hopefully the flip through of a completed Easter stroke spring journal. So make sure you come back. But today, our day 5 digitals, this is what we have from DearJulieJulie. We have that lovely scan of the vintage envelope, complete with the tearing there. We have a precious little chicky Easter card there. We have this pretty floral card, and then we have all of these lovely floral bits here that we can decorate with. I especially like that cameo there. All right, so that is our DearJulieJulie digitals. And then for day number 5, Cara has given us another beautiful collage piece. And I think I've told you guys before, I absolutely love collage, and purple's my favorite color. So, woohoo! Happy with this. So I will go and cut these all out, ink them up, and I'll come back and tell you what we're going to do with these. All right, treasures, I am back, and as you can see, I've cut everything out and I've inked around all the edges. I've not sewn around anything yet, as you know I usually do, because I want to wait until I have everything ready to sew around the edges all at once. All right, I'm going to put all those bits aside for the moment and focus on this, the collage that Cara has given us for the day. As you will probably notice, I have cut this down, and I've cut it down into an 8x8 square. And as a matter of fact, I have done 2 of them. And I've printed on the back side of them, and these 2 prints come from Cara's spring journal pages, envelopes, and it's a whole long title, but just look in her shop for spring journal pages, and this is part of that kit. So I'm going to do a couple of pockets for you today, or multi-pockets even. I want to start with this one. Now, this is a really simple pocket, and you're going to see both sides of the page. Now, whichever side you want to be seen more, that's the side you want to start with face up. All right, so I, of course, want to have the collage more front and center, so that's going to be face up for me. Now all I need to do is fold this carefully in half, making sure I've got everything lined up, and crease that, use my bone folder. All right, and then I'm going to fold it once again in half in the other direction. Turn it this way so I can see to get it lined up. Okay, and again, I'm just going to crease that fold. Now I'm going to turn it so that my fold is on the left and the bottom. Okay, and I have now 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of the paper. I'm going to take the first layer only And I'm going to fold that all the way down to try, there we go, to meet the bottom. Okay, so that this lines up, and as you might be able to see, there's just the teeny tiniest millimeter there that, you know, I can't get all the way down, but no matter, that's okay. Now I'm going to take the next layer and I'm going to fold it down, but I'm not going to fold it down as far. I'm going to leave it so that there's about about, I'd say, 1.5 centimeters, maybe 2 centimeters left up here unfolded. I'm just going to bring it down so that this edge is parallel to this edge. So that's, yeah, it's going to give me about 1.5 centimeters up here. Just get that so that it's lined up. And use my bone folder again. I didn't use it on this fold, did I? Naughty Holly. Okay, so we have 2 folds now. What I want to do is tuck this fold inside, or, you know, under that one. Okay, now we still have 2 more layers. I'm going to take the 3rd layer and fold it much like we did the 2nd layer. I'm going to leave you know, about 1.5 centimeters or so up here of that particular page unfolded. And I'm just going to make it, you know, these lines parallel. All right, use my bone folder. And now you'll notice that opens up, so, you know, it's easy to tuck that in. Okay, so now what you have is you have a tuck spot here, a tuck spot here. Actually, I'll use this to show you. I've got a tuck spot here, tuck here, and a tuck here. I can also, depending upon which way I put this in my journal, however I stick it to the page, I can have a tuck spot this way or this way or this way, you know, depending upon how I want to put it into my journal. Now this right here is going to be a lovely little hidden journaling spot. Now I'm slightly annoyed with myself that my bunny didn't show, but oh well. Oh well. Now I think I need to think about which way I want this to go into my journal before I move forward. I could have it like this, or I think I'll have it this way. Yeah, I'll have it this way. So I'm going to unfold that, and I've already cut, yep, a piece of tea-dyed lined paper, and that will fit in there nicely. Find a piece of wax paper to glue upon. Oh, if I can get it open. Just puts plenty of glue stick. Oh my goodness, did you see what I just did? Oh, but you know what, it doesn't matter as long as I can get that lined up properly. Hopefully you won't even be able to tell. I just want to try to have my border round, roughly even. There. You can't even tell that I ripped it. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Now, as I said, this is going to be a secret journaling spot. But as you can see, well, you can't see from your angle, it pops open. It's not very secret if it pops open, is it? So what I'm going to do is take, this is one of the little tags from Cara's Day 3 page. And I've printed it on some heavier card. And what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to create a little tuck system, if you will. So I'm going to fold it around the page like this, and I'm going to glue it onto the back. And there we are. I'm going to use my Collab for this. Let's see where I want it. About there. Oh, of course, I keep moving it all around. Fiddle fingers. Oh, just give up. So I'm just going to glue that to the back. But, you know, that alone is not going to keep it closed because, you know, this is popping up now. So what I'm going to do is I've cut these out of the collage paper, an extra print I made of it, and I backed it onto just some packaging, cardboard packaging, to make it stiffer. I just want to see which of these I want to use. I love the bunny, but I think the butterfly actually goes with it better. So what I'm going to do is just stick this butterfly circle down, but not fully. I'm just going to stick it, you know, sort of halfway down so that this will tuck underneath. It doesn't need to tuck underneath far, just enough to keep that closed so that it then keeps our journaling spot closed. And I actually went ahead and colored the back of it with, you know, the same ink that I did the edges, just, you know, in case you do get a glimpse of the back, it's not this glaring white. And I want it about there. So I'm just going to put a clip on this to hold it in place for now. Okay. So that's where we are at the moment. Okay, I'm going to tidy these things away, and I'll bring back the next 8x8 square, and I'll show you the pocket we're going to make with it. Okay, treasures, I'm back again with our second 8x8 square of the collage from Cara. Now, what I want to do with this one, I'm going to make another type of pocket. And the first thing I need to do is score 3 inches from the right. But because the way my scoreboard works, you know, I can't measure 3 inches out this way. So what I'll do is I'll turn my page upside down so that I can score 3 inches this way. Okay, hope that makes sense. You know, if you have a traditional scoreboard, then you shouldn't have any problem scoring 3 inches from the right. Okay, now I want to score another 3 inches. Now this time I'm going to turn my page counterclockwise, line it up at 3 inches, and score. So basically what you want is a 3-inch score line from the right and a 3-inch score line from the bottom. Okay, so we've scored 3 inches from the right and 3 inches from the bottom. Now, I doubt that you can see that on camera very well, but we have our score lines. They intersect right here. We have a small square here, and we have a larger rectangle here. So I'm going to follow these score lines, and I'm going to cut off this larger rectangle. Okay, just carefully. Let's see, is it easier to see? Yeah, it's easier for me to see it on this side. So I'm just going to cut out that rectangle. Okay, so taking that away, now I'm going to fold over from the right, okay, and then I'm going to fold up from the bottom. All right, so now once I glue, I'm going to have a pocket here and here, and depending upon how I glue it down, here or here. Okay, now what I want to sew around my pockets, here's the one that I did earlier. I want to do the sewing around my pockets, but I've got to figure out, you know, I've got to unfold it, obviously. If I sew around it like this, well, I can't sew these bits, can I? Otherwise, it's going to be sewn shut. So what I'll have to do is open it all out. But I need to know, once I open it all out, what parts are going to be showing. What do I need to sew? So I'm going to take a pencil and just very lightly mark for myself what parts are going to be on show. So then I know where I need to sew each of my pockets, each of my bits of paper. And then, you know, once I have sewn this, I can erase these lines. All right, so I am going to go and sew this, as well as my journaling cards, and I'll score and sew my envelope as well, and I'll come back to show you with it all completed. Be back shortly. Okay, treasures, as you can see, I'm back, and these are my finished projects. Here is the envelope. I folded it, I scored, folded, inked. I wasn't thrilled with seeing the white inside of the envelope, so I simply took a bit of scrap pink gingham that I'd had from one of Cara's pages left over, glued that inside, and then I've taken a couple of the lovely little digis from Julie's page today and decorated the back and the inside of the envelope. So that is ready to have a little card put inside and tucked into the journal. Then here is one of our pockets. I'll get the words out eventually. And that's another one of Julie's little digis for today. As you can see, I've put in a couple of cards that I've done previously on other days. Just tucked those in there. And here is one of the big journaling cards from today. And when I stick this down in the journal, I can have a tuck spot right in the back to put a larger journaling card like that one. Here is our other pocket, and the same, just when I stick this into the journal, I can have a tuck spot behind it there. That's our little journaling card today. And as you can see, again, I have tucked some of our little things that we've made previously in here. This is one of the dangles that we did on day 4. And as you can see, you can treat it just like a journaling card as well. It just has these extra bits, and you can pin it to your page somewhere if you want to. So I hope that you like these. Oh, and I actually did an extra one of these pockets. So I hope this gives you some ideas of, what you can do to make some really pretty, precious little embellishments and ephemera to go in your journals. I really hope that you've enjoyed following along and working with these ladies' digitals for these 5 days. They're absolutely fantastic. And, at first glance, their styles are so entirely different. But hopefully I've shown you that, they can be combined and look really lovely together. So that's it for 5 days. Now, please don't forget to come back next Wednesday, the 13th of April, for the final wrap-up and flip through of the Easter / spring journal. So you can see how all of this has come together, and I've put the journal pages together, and I hope you'll come back and just see what I've been able to put together with all of this. So, in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. I hope you're all well, and I hope you find plenty of things to smile about and find the blessings in your day. All right, my darlings, I will see you again next Wednesday, the 13th of April. If not before, I might have a sneaky little video in there somewhere. So make sure you hit that subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I do upload new content. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.